Hey guys, how's it going? Super Squid here, and today is not a rant. I'm not going to have a rant about anything. I'm going to talk about something with some sort of nicks on the way, if you know what I mean. Like I've got some ideas that people don't necessarily agree with because I've been in that situation and they haven't. And I'm going to talk about weight loss, and specifically like a year ago, 2012. About, I want to say July, I thought, fuck 'em, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to do it. And in the space of about 6 weeks, about 8 weeks to be fair, I ended up losing about 1.5 stone. You know, for me that was a good thing, because I always was the chubby kid, you know, in school. I knew who I was, and that's how I went about it. But I mean, I touched on this in the podcast a couple of days ago, and what I was trying to kind of say is that losing weight, especially if you're a larger guy, it takes a lot more mentally than it does physically, especially when you're 450 pounds. Wings of Redemption, for example, I always use him as an example. I use him in every single example when I talk about weight loss. He was a 441 pound man. He went to a boot camp with his friend, well, not with his friend, but he went to a friend's house who did a boot camp for YouTube, and he lost about 50 pounds, around that. I wasn't only proud, I was like, oh my god, yes, we're going to do it. I was really excited for him, I was really happy for him. But halfway along the way, he was brought to a halt, because he didn't lose much weight after that. Because in the first week he lost about 25 pounds or something like that, something stupid. And then he had a weight plateau, and then he went, fuck it, I'm not doing this anymore. It takes too much effort for me to work hard for losing weight. And that was it. And my point is that with the weight thing, it takes a lot more for you to kind of get yourself in a zone of losing weight, because that's where most of mine came from. It wasn't necessarily, oh, I was working out every day, it was a real struggle, because it wasn't. I was eating healthier and I decided to go running. That was what I did. I didn't do much else. You know, I did some other exercises, but by and large it was all running and eating healthily did me a great deal. And it wasn't, you know, it was a matter of me getting in the zone for it, as opposed to me literally doing it, if you know what I'm saying. Sorry, I got cut off there. But what the hell? But like with what I was saying, it was more of a mental thing. You know, I didn't want to be a fat kid any longer, if you know what I mean. Like I looked at myself in the mirror, like Martin said on IDJF on Saturday night. I looked at myself in the mirror and I thought, damn, I have the potential to be so much better than this, and that's what I ended up doing. I was never, you know, I didn't turn out to be an athlete. Didn't turn out to be Usain Bolt with running, or Mo Farah with running. I just did what I felt like I could do, and I just had fun with it. You know, I enjoyed running, funnily enough. Before, I remember when I was about 13 in PE, we did cross country. I hated that so much. I would try and get out of it as much as I could, but it ended up always turning out bad for me. And I was just a terrible with my athletic skills as well. When it comes to running, god damn, I was just terrible. But then I decided, hey, let's go running, and I actually enjoyed it because it set me a goal, and I was like trying to beat my times every week, and it was great. And then some people are like, oh, you got to wake up and the next thing you do is you lose weight. That's what you do. That's how you do things. And it doesn't work like that. It really doesn't. I mean, I know what. Sorry, I'm getting all these fucking phone texts and shit. I'm scared. But like I've been speaking to some. I've spoken to some people, some in my family, about weight loss, and this was quite a long time ago. When I lost a lot of weight, because it was weird when some of my aunties and my uncle come down to see me, because I cut my hair off. I don't know whether you guys remember, back in the day, I used to have quite long hair. I cut my hair off, and I was a lot taller, and I was relatively thin, and I looked a lot different, as you would imagine. You know, a short, fat, you know, stubby kid to a relatively taller kid with shorter hair. You know, just looks completely different. And it was kind of weird because they were saying, oh, this is, you know, I can lose weight, I can't, whatever. But like back then, I thought, hey, if you want to do it, you can do it. You know, that's how you do things. You wake up, you get yourself in the zone, you go and do that. But it's not like that. And people like when people have a say about fat people, when the fat people say, oh, it's like a disease, I was born like this, they're actually true. True, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. They're speaking truth there. The reason why they were fat, it wasn't necessarily their doing, because I think that because I put a bit of weight on, and with me, I can lose weight, I can stay relatively slim, but once I start having, you know, the McDonald's and all of that stuff, my weight just increases straight. Like, I don't have the opportunity to even lose the weight because I don't have the opportunity to even stop myself from gaining any weight because I am, you know, eating all these calories, and my metabolism is far slower than a lot of you people. That's what people don't quite understand, and it is the same thing for fat people. They might eat the same amount as you to begin with, but then they eat more and more and more, and it becomes something else for them. And I just, it kind of irritated me with some people just say, oh, how do you even get that fat? Why do you let yourself do that? And it's not a matter of having self-control, because if you have self-control, which, you know, for example, I'll use Wings again, he has self-control because if he really disliked someone, he would take his gun and go and shoot them. So that's self-control for me. He has self-control. The issue lies deeper, I think. I've read loads of stories that you can't actually permanently lose weight ever, which kind of saddens me a little bit, because people work so hard and then they ended up putting it on. I forget a guy's name, but he ended up losing like a good 300 pounds or something like that. He lost a lot of weight, he became a personal trainer for a couple of years, and put it all back on. And I think he ended up killing himself, I'm not 100%. But like, it's like, it is a battle. And people don't think so. People are like, oh, it's bullshit, oh, it's not a battle, because you're slim. But, I mean, with a lot of people, their metabolism is so quick, you don't notice it at this age, especially like my age people. Because now I think that it's getting to the stage, like, especially with school, people, you can see people who are putting weight on because they're eating the same amount as they did, but it's just metabolism slowed down a little bit. You can tell those people. And at the same time, you can tell the people who can eat as much as they like. I mean, one of my friends, Ryan, I call him Rat Boy. He was on. I had a video series with him, and I call him Rat Boy because he used to be really short and skinny, and I don't know, he just stuck with him. He's still fucking skinny. He eats a lot. He eats a lot of food. If I ate as much as he did, I'd be a lot bigger. And I don't know. It's just, I think that it is an innate thing, because you can't. I mean, you can help it, but at the same time, it's very, very difficult. And I don't want to live a life where I'm not allowed to eat things that I would like, if you know what I mean. Like, so, for example, I'd like to have McDonald's. Okay, not very often, because I know that shit's not good for you, in terms of, like, it being high in saturated fat and stuff like that. However, I'd like to have the odd bag of sweets sometimes, you know? And not worry about, oh crap, I'm gonna look really fat tomorrow, kind of thing. But sorry for the video, guys. I think it was my issue with it was that I just kind of just went on so many tangents about what I was gonna say, and kind of got lost. But hopefully you kind of learned a little bit about my opinion on this specific thing, and hopefully you guys can go ahead and click like if you did enjoy. If you didn't enjoy, you can piss off and die. I'm joking. Then you can dislike and hopefully come back and give me another shot. I don't know, maybe you're a nice person and you like doing that, but maybe you want to see more and you want to click subscribe. So I don't know, you could tell me, or you could prove it to me. I mean, I want to know. So see you guys, and bye.